Hi, this is Heather Kramis, and this is my technology training assignment for Curriculum 5170. So I am going to show you the basic features of Schoology, and I have a quick tips reference sheet that's also attached with this project that will help you walk through creating a course, setting up your grade book, and adding assignments and resources into your course. So if you've never been on Schoology before, you'll want to come up here and sign up, and you'll be prompted with either instructor, student, or parent. So you'd obviously want to select instructor. I already have an account, so I am going to go ahead and log in to my account. So my account's going to look a little different than someone who's just starting Schoology, because I'm taking some courses through my district as well. But this is your main homepage, and you notice that it looks a lot like Facebook, which makes it really easy to explain to students. On your left-hand side, this gives you, your recent activity. This is like your news feed, your calendar, and that kind of thing. So this is all your recent activity, like a news feed in Facebook. And my favorite feature is your calendar over here. So I've been playing around with this in my other courses that I'm taking through Schoology, and so that's what some of these things are here. So the first thing we're going to do is create a course. So you're going to come up here to your courses tab at the top, and these are the courses that I'm already in. You're going to come down here to the left and hit create, and you follow the prompts. So we're going to make this we'll make it my tech training, and we will just select professional development, no grade level, and second semester, and create. So once this creates, it is going to take you to your course. So this is the inside of your course. Over here is a list of, again, materials, updates. If you want to type a little welcome, my typing is bad today, then you post it, and then when people come into your course, they'll log into your course and go to their updates, and they'll see that it's there. Under the materials, we'll do this next. I want to set up the gradebook first. So you see my number 1 here. So that's telling me that I have an update there when I first log in. Under materials, this is where you will add assignments and resources and tests and quizzes. But first, we're going to come down here to gradebook. And this one is a little more challenging. You can do as much or as little with it as you want. I do not have, over here would be where you would add in your classes. I'm linked through D49, so my students would come up if I selected them here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you some basic features. So if you come over here to grade setup, under categories, this is where you're going to put tests, quizzes, discussions, assignments, all those things. So we're going to click over here and hit add, and we'll make a category for homework. You can select percentage or total points. I prefer total points. I think it's easier. You can select if you want it to drop the lowest homework assignment, and then you create. And we now have a homework tab here. We'll add in a quiz, because I'll show you how to make quizzes too, because it's really fun. Total points, and create. And we'll just do one more. And create. Okay, it automatically sets it to second semester. And here you can do, a number, scale, or number scale or letter scale. So we're going to leave that alone, and now I'm going to save my changes. All right, so now your gradebook is set up. Down here at the bottom is your access code. This access code is what your students are going to use to access your course. So this is the access code that you will need to give them in order for them to join the course. So when they log in under courses, they would see your course. Ours is this tech training, and they'll have an option to join, and then they would enter in that access code, and that would be how they can get into this course. So now that our gradebook is set up, I am going to go back to our materials section, and I'm super organized, and I would like to keep all of my courses together in folders. So if you don't want that, if you just want to list, if you're not going to be using Schoology a lot, you just want to have it maybe for calamity days or over breaks, maybe you're teaching an AP class or something, then you can just add individuals. But I like folders because I think it keeps everything neat and organized. So I'm going to add a folder. Here, I'm just going to make it a generic section 1, and it's our tech training. And you can even select dates when it's going to be visible. If you want to post a folder that you only want open maybe for exam time, you can just make your dates available for a week before exams or something like that. You can also make it hidden to students but visible to you. For my purposes, I'm just going to make it visible, and I'm going to create my folder. So now I have a folder within my course, and I'm going to select that, and I'm going to add an assignment. So I'm already in my folder. You can create folders inside of folders. You can organize this any way you want to. It's really user-friendly, and it's really easy. You just have to play around and click on buttons. You can't mess anything up, so don't be frightened. So we're going to add an assignment. And under my gradebook, remember I created homework, discussion, and quizzes. So we'll make this a journal entry. And let's make it due tomorrow. And then I can select under my category, this is where when I set up my gradebook, I can select where I want it. So I'll make it homework and then create. Okay, so now I have a journal entry that's due tomorrow, and when I come out to my home page, it's right here. So your students, when they are into your course, will be able to come to this upcoming due dates, and they'll be able to see what is coming up due. So I'm going to go back to my courses. Because I have a lot of things in here, that's why I have to do this little drop-down thing here. You can reorganize that if you want to. So within my folder, I have my journal entry. And now I'm going to add a quiz. And I think this is so much fun. So you can do anything with this. So we'll say it's quiz number 1, and that it's going to be due on December 1st. My category that I set up in my gradebook is quiz, and then I'm going to create. Then it will automatically take me, maybe, it's thinking. Okay, so it's automatically taking me to this. This is where you add your questions. You can make true-false questions, multiple choice, ordering, short answer essay, fill in the blank, matching. You can put one question per page, so you can do page breaks. It's just really, really cool. So we'll just do some pretty simple things here. So my question, Schoology is cool, true, false, correct answer is obviously true, and then I'm going to create the question. Then I can add another question. And I'm a runner, so let's make running, I'll capitalize that. Running is a great true or false, and then I'm going to create the question. Okay, so as you create your questions, you can preview it to see what your students are going to see. And this is what it's going to look like. Since you created it, you're not allowed to take it, but you'll be able to see what they're going to see. You'll be able to, that's not going to let me do this. I'm sorry. So you can look at your results tab, and it'll show you the results of the students that have taken it. It's not going to let me do any of that. So all of these tabs will let you view different aspects of your quiz. So that's very basic overview of some of the main features that you'll be using most often in Schoology. So your how to set up a course, super easy. You can set up multiple courses. How to manage your gradebook, it's on the left-hand side. Set up your different grades. You can import through this little notebook button over here, and just creating materials and folders within your course. Everything shows up when your students are in your course over here, and also on their home page when they first log in. And you saw where your access code was to give to the students for when they can join. There's the option right there. You would hit join, and then you would give them that access code that shows up right down there. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview of some of the basic features of Schoology that teachers use more on a regular basis. Again, Schoology is super user-friendly. You do not have to be afraid of it. Just get in, play around, create courses. As you've noticed, I've created lots of test courses to play around with this to see what I can do with it. And it's just a really cool piece of software, and I really hope that you enjoyed this basic training and that you will try to implement it into your classroom. So thanks a lot.